Well, you could call it Heaven's Door into NuLu, what used to be a church, now called the Last Refuge. As WDRB's Scott Reynolds tells us, this is probably the first thing you'll see as you drive into the bustling Louisville neighborhood.
It towers over East Market in Hancock, and it has since the late 1800s. But now it's not church service, but table service that draws people in.
If it weren't for all the Bob Dylan pictures out front, you would never know that it's that it's at the restaurant right now, because it just looks like a church.
The Last Refuge's owner invested with Bob Dylan in Heaven's Door bourbon, so the singer and the bourbon are prominently featured. Well, actually, more than 1,200 bourbons in the Amber Room, the old gymnasium.
There's hopscotch over there behind us, so this place was a big part of the community a long time ago. So it's nice to see it kind of revitalized.
Upstairs in the old sanctuary, you won't hear church choirs, but maybe some folk, rock, or jazz at parties, events, or weddings, with room for more than 200 guests. And more music outside, Friday and Saturday nights in the adjacent patio.
6-foot stage that overlooks the patio, so it's perfect from an audio standpoint. And you have typical bars that only come a couple inches off the ground. It's almost a stadium-like feel, but we adjust the volume so you can have a nice intimate dinner as well.
Or you can sit at the bar and try some drinks with Dylan's bourbon.
And we walked in and we just, amazed at it. I walked all over the place and looked at this great cocktail, incredible cocktail, but everything about it just wonderful.
Next to the bar, some regal seating.
I've never seen anything like it. Look at what I'm sitting in. What is this? It's like a throne. So I'm a king here.
Unique. It's not something that we currently have here in Louisville. Very cool environment, atmosphere. I look forward to coming back.
And when he does come back, well, as Dylan would sing, the times they are a-changin'.
Very soon, just underneath Bob Dylan's mural, they will open an outdoor bar, and right next to it, in that gray building, there will be a tasting room for his Heaven's Door line of bourbons, and eventually, someday down the road, they'll also have a display of a lot of his artwork.
Maybe someday the Hall of Fame singer himself will pay a visit, but until then, the hope is a lot of people will come knocking on this big tribute to Heaven's Door. Scott Reynolds, WDRB News.